Hello, Puddin. Hey, little Puddin. Rose, you gonna come out? This is kind of the final, not the final, it's a really good way to do some physical therapy and get an animal to move is when you have something really nice and tasty on the other side of their tank. So I showed a video recently of me getting Rose to move around. Sometimes I would have to lift her up with my hand. Sometimes I had my other dragon out with her because that, she's watching him move around like a dragon is supposed to move. And that helps, animals need to interact with each other. Everyone says, oh, keep dragons by themselves. They're not necessarily solitary creatures. And Rose and Murray interact without hurting each other. So when Murray's out, she walks around a lot more. So I've done that too, and that was in that compilation video. And there's going to be another one because she's getting even better. But lately, she's going into her cave to sleep. She likes to sleep late. And here we are. I walk back in the room, and here we are. She's almost out. Of course, I pick up a camera, and a lot of animals, do the same thing. They kind of just freeze. But I want to talk about something, the purpose I did this channel. Because it's good to explain yourself, I think. That everybody that does a channel has a different reason. A lot of people, they want to be monetized. They want millions of subscribers. They want to be a full-time YouTuber, which it's a full-time job, in case anybody didn't know that. It's still work. And you're still dependent on other people to provide your income. But I didn't set out to do this channel for those reasons. I joined the community of trying to put out good information. And this started for me 5 years ago when I started raising chickens with my daughter. She joined the 4-H program, and our county's agriculture department runs that. And most counties in our country have an agricultural department. And what's cool about ours, we were learning about chicken care from people who have PhDs in poultry care, which not everybody thinks about the fact that there are PhDs that one can obtain in poultry care, just chickens. Turkeys too. And we learned from them. So that really gave me a good idea of what level of information I needed to seek out. Let's hope that while I'm talking, Rose forgets I have a camera and she walks a little bit further. So when I got Murray as a baby from PetSmart, I don't have an issue with people getting pets at pet stores. I mean, they get them from breeders. I don't go on about that, but I got him as a baby, and I realized that the information on Google for dragon care was just about as crummy as the information on Google for chicken care. So that's what led me to seeking out better information. And there is better information out there. So if there's PhDs in chicken care, got to be PhDs in reptile care, right? They're called herpetologists. And I discovered that I live close to an exotic vet that is one of the top rated in the country. I'm very lucky. I mean, they don't happen to have a show on the Animal Planet like the one in Florida, but I'll tell you, they're scattered around the country. They are there. And last year in Rose's playlist, you can go from beginning to end and see all the ups and downs just looking at the video titles, what all I've been through with her. So I was very lucky, blessed, fortunate, all of that, to have that level of vet care 30 minutes away from my home. And learning through them, that was one resource that was super valuable. Other resources have popped up over the years. I've had Murray for almost 4 years, so I've had plenty of time to seek out these resources. And another another outlet was surprisingly on Facebook. The Facebook groups for dragon care, usually not very good. That is almost like an echo chamber of just strange information. And I feel like Google just pulls the information from maybe Facebook or strange forums or something, or these horrible pamphlets that they give you at the pet store. You know, when you get a dragon or a ball python or anything, they give you this little fold out and you read it. It's like none of that's even correct, you know. So on Facebook, the name of the group, it's in all caps. It's called Reptile Lighting. And herpetologists are the admins of that group, and they're in Europe. And they helped Arcadia and the German company. And I'm not, it's either Reptisun or Zoomet. It's in German. They're all in Europe, but they helped develop the UVB bulbs that we use, and they helped improve them. And joining that group, I was able to talk to the actual herpetologists about the lighting, and they recommend the solar meters, you know. Like, if you can't put a measurement on it, how are you going to know? So, you know, I've sought out people that truly do know. My veterinarian's office, they're in connection with Oklahoma State University has a herpetology department, and they also have veterinary offices there. You can take your dragon there. And a friend of mine lives in Oklahoma, and she took her dragon there, and that was Anduin. And I did some videos on his vet visit and how he was doing and how all that went down and everything they found out. And thanks to my vet, I learned about that. And then we learned about that university and their information. So I seek out resources like that. And I've also developed a good friendship with another person who has a channel on here, Animal One Guy. And he has been rescuing reptiles, and he has a lot. See, I rescued Rose. That's one, you know. He has rescued a lot, and a lot of different types of reptiles. So he's really good to watch. And, you know, I wasn't setting out on YouTube to be a YouTuber. I don't think he was either. We were just in the group where it's like, can we possibly help people do a better job? Look at her. She's thinking about it. Come on, Rose. So my channel is because the people who are the experts don't do the channels. They don't have the time. I happen to work from home all the time, and I'm right next to my dragons. So if you see my room here, I've got my little desk here. I've got Murray over there. It's a little bit messy, so I'm not going to keep the camera on that, but I watch them all the time. And even behind me in the little tree there, I've got my snake. But I have the ability to stop what I'm doing when something comes up, when they're doing something cute, when it's a possible teaching moment, and I can share this information that I've gotten from those experts. You might not agree with the way I do things. That's okay. There's other ways to keep dragons. There's the bioactive setup that it can work if you do it right. You know, nothing wrong with that. There's bigger tanks you can get. There's all kinds of ways to spoil these guys and give them a good life. So that's my goal. And I know that if you all are watching this channel and you have dragons, you need to spend your money on caring for those dragons because it is not cheap. So I didn't set out to be a YouTuber and start a Patreon or anything like that. When I want to donate to something, it's usually maybe a few times a year. St. Jude Hospital, I donate to them a few times a year. I would rather know that people's money is going to help their dragons based on better information. So my goal was to just give that information because I'm able to. I have the time to. And I wanted to let you guys know, for one, how Rose is doing, and to sit here and use this super duper patient moment waiting for her to move and explain. So here we are, almost 10 minutes. Come on, Rose. Rosie. You know, she'll come out. As soon as I stop the video, she'll come out. But I really want to say thank you everyone for watching. You know, I just seeing how many views there are, I feel like maybe that's how many dragons I'm helping. And that's like a big hug to me. So I really hope this has helped. I hope you enjoy my channel. Someday, I told my vet, you know, if you get another dragon that needs a home and it's not in the greatest home and the family's understanding that this is going to be really expensive, you know, and she kind of interrupted me. She's like, I was going to ask, but yes, let me know. I will take in another dragon if need be, and then I'll share the story with you all. Not going to be cheap. It's not cheap for you guys. It's not cheap for me either, but I will share it as much as I can. I will keep doing these videos as long as I feel like it's helping. So if you want to give me some feedback, those of you who already do, thank you so much. It means a lot. It really, really does. To get those messages throughout the day, it warms my heart just to know that the dragons out there are being cared for. And even the people that have commented that disagree with something, I know they got a dragon. If they are that passionate to disagree with me on a comment, they're trying with their dragon. They love their dragon. So I'm not terribly worried about that. So she's not going to move. Not while I'm here. Maybe. What if I go behind you, baby girl? Come on, Rose. I've been putting food up to her. Come on, ignore me, please. I'm not paying attention to you. It's funny. Close to 12 minutes. That's a super long video. But I don't really pay attention much to what YouTube wants in a video from me. I'm content driven, and when I see these cute moments, I do them. I really would rather get straight to the content in my videos, so I do that. Except for these lengthy ones where I feel like I need to explain stuff. And good to remind yourself sometimes what your original intent was when you do some things. So maybe she'll move. Rose. Send her some good vibes today. Send her some motivation to get over there and get some of those worms. That's not the healthiest thing in the world, but if it gets her to move, I'm happy. So you all, thank you so much for watching, continuing to watch, continuing to cheer her on. It means so much to all of us. And we'll see you next time. Thanks.